If you were born later than 1991, then these 10 artists have been on top of the music industry for your entire lifetime. Welcome to the channel, and today we'll be listing the 10 best-selling artists in the United States since music sales tracking began in 1991, and we'll be presenting total album sales of these artists from 1991 to 2013. Folks born after 2000 have probably not heard of half of these guys, but this should be interesting regardless. Before we get started, remember to subscribe if you're new to the channel and turn on notifications. Also remember to stay till the end of this video to see some mind-blowing stats that are unreal. Pink Floyd were an English band formed in London in 1965 and are one of the most successful rock bands of all time that younger folks probably never heard of. Their most successful album, The Dark Side of the Moon, is one of the most successful albums of all time with sales of over 45 million copies sold worldwide, and for those who think sales don't matter, this is also regarded as one of the greatest music albums of all time. The Dark Side of the Moon is also the most relevant album to ever release in the United States and has spent a record 937 weeks on the US Billboard 200 albums chart, and if you're less than 18 years old, this album has spent more weeks on the chart than you've spent on Earth. The Soundscan era of sales tracking began in 1991 in the United States after the prime years of Pink Floyd, but this didn't stop the success train of the band, who still sold 38,508,000 albums in the United States from 1991 to 2013. Alan Jackson makes this list based on form and consistency rather than explosive sales from one or two albums. Alan Jackson has released 16 studio albums, 12 compilation albums, 6 video albums, 1 live album and 1 tribute album, and of his 16 studio albums, only 3 peaked at number 1 on the US Billboard 200. In fact, his most successful studio album, A Lot of Lovin' and A Little About Love, peaked at number 13 on the US albums chart, but went on to go 6 times platinum in the United States. To say the least, Alan Jackson never needed huge first-week sales to have a successful album, and with more platinum albums than the number of fingers on our hands, Alan Jackson from 1991 to 2013 sold 40,361,000 albums in the United States. Tim McGraw is the second American country singer to make this list, which shows that Americans still love their country music and put their money where their mouth is. Tim McGraw has released 15 studio albums so far, and his second studio album, Not a Moment Too Soon, has been his most successful studio album in the United States, peaked at number 1 on the albums chart and went 6 times platinum. His greatest hits compilation album also went 6 times platinum in the United States, and with a string of other platinum albums, Tim McGraw between 1991 and 2013 sold 41,844,000 albums in the United States alone. Eminem, often regarded as the greatest rapper of all time, is the only hip-hop artist to break into the top 10 of the Soundscan era. Eminem has released 10 studio albums, and his compilation album Curtain Call the Hits is the most relevant hip-hop album to release in the United States, with a cumulative 420 weeks spent on the Billboard 200 album sales chart. Curtain Call is also the only hip-hop album to make the top 10 list of most relevant albums ever released in the United States. Although Eminem released his major label debut studio album late in the decade of the 90s, Eminem was still able to make this list with less time than others. Eminem has 2 Diamond certified albums in the United States and also 2 albums estimated to have sold over 30 million copies worldwide. From his major debut in 1999 up to 2013, Eminem sold 44,469,000 albums in the United States. George Strait is the third American country singer to make this list and has released 28 studio albums, 12 compilation albums, 3 live albums, and 1 soundtrack album. George Strait's most successful studio album is his 1992 Pure Country album, which is certified 6 times platinum, and overall his most successful album is his 1995 box set album Straight Out of the Box that has been certified 8 times platinum in the United States. In 28 studio albums released, only 6 studio albums have not earned the platinum certification in the United States, which is mind-blowing based on the fact that he's released 28 studio albums. In the Soundscan era from 1991 to 2013, George Strait sold 44,781,000 albums in the United States alone.
I get wings to fly. Oh.
Canadian singer Celine Dion has released 26 studio albums, 21 box sets, 17 compilation albums, and 7 live albums. Her first English album, Unison, released in 1990, and from there, it was all she wrote. Celine Dion is one of the best-selling artists of all time and has 2 diamond-certified albums in the United States. Fallen Into You remains her most successful album to date, going 11 times platinum in the United States and over 32 million copies sold worldwide. From 1991 to 2013, Celine Dion was one of the best-selling artists worldwide and in the United States alone sold 52,159,000 albums. Metallica, an American heavy metal band formed in LA in 1981, also makes this list. Metallica has released 10 studio albums, 10 video albums, 4 live albums, and 3 box sets. In the United States, their self-titled Metallica album, which is often referred to as the Black Album, has been certified 16 times platinum, and their next most successful studio album, Injustice for All, has been certified 8 times platinum. All their studio albums have earned platinum or multi-platinum certifications in the United States, and from 1991 to 2013, Metallica had sold 54,129,000 albums in the United States. Mariah Carey, an American singer and songwriter, has released 15 studio albums, 4 greatest hits albums, 3 compilation albums, 2 EPs, and 1 remix album. She is the 3rd best-selling female artist of all time in the United States and has had 2 diamond albums and a 9 times platinum album in the United States. Music Box, her first diamond album released in 1993, and is her most successful album with sales of over 28 million copies sold. Mariah Carey between 1991 and 2013 sold 54,209,000 albums in the United States. The Beatles, an English rock band formed in Liverpool in 1960, has released 23 studio albums, 21 EPs, 15 video albums, 15 box sets, and 5 live albums. They are often regarded as the most influential rock band in history, with more platinum albums than 2 people can count with hands and feet combined. The Beatles have 6 albums that have been certified diamond in the United States, with the 1968 The Beatles album, also known as the White Album, going 19 times platinum in the United States. In the Soundscan era from 1991 to 2013, the Beatles sold 65,111,000 albums in the United States. Garth Brooks is the 4th American country singer to make this list and comes in at the top of the list. Garth Brooks has released 10 studio albums, 6 box sets, 4 compilation albums, and 2 live albums. Garth Brooks is the best-selling artist of the Soundscan era in the United States and has had 7 diamond certified albums in the country. That's more diamond certifications than the overall album releases of many pop stars in 2018. Garth Brooks also received the highest multi-platinum certification on this list from an album, with his 1998 double album Double Live certified 21 times platinum in the United States. From 1991 to 2013, Garth Brooks had sold 69,424,000 albums in the United States and comes out on top as the top artist in the United States since sales tracking began in 1991. What are your thoughts on these figures? I can imagine many of you didn't know that one artist had 7 diamond certified albums in the United States. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below and remember to subscribe and check out our other music fact videos on ET Lifestyle. For those of you who have been with us since the beginning, thank you, and even new subscribers, we welcome you guys. Not too long ago, the ET Lifestyle channel had just over 1,000 subscribers, but today we are at 5,000. There's still a lot of room for improvement, but we had to take this time to thank you guys for the support you have shown, especially Eminem fans from all over the world that show support in the comment section below. Once again, thank you all, and we appreciate the support.